What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Y'all know that Christmas is like right around the corner, right? So that means you're either getting ready to give or get a gift. And if you're watching this channel, it probably has something to do with a truck. So today I got y'all. We're going to be going over the top 20 truck modifications that cost less than $100. So number one on the list is going to be my personal favorite, and then the rest of them are just going to be random, but we are going to work our way from the outside inside. So starting off, number one is going to be exhaust mods. So you should be able to go to your local exhaust shop and for about $100 get the muffler chopped off. And if you have a V8, it's gonna sound glorious. Trust me, it is the cheapest bang for your buck enjoyment factor ever. I have loved every single muffler delete I've ever done. Now, if you don't want your truck louder or you've already got exhaust done, the next step, which is going to be even cheaper, would be to add an exhaust tip. You can go on Amazon and find these for super cheap. Maybe don't go quite this large if that's not your style. That's a 10-inch right there. It's freaking huge. But you can go from a 2-inch up to a 10-inch and everything in between. And they start off around 20 bucks and go up to around that $100 mark. This thing right here, I think was 89, something like that. Number one, for sure, my favorite, exhaust mods. We're going to focus on chomper for number two because that's going to be badges. This is the only truck that I've added badges to, but it's one of my favorite things. So just hopped on Amazon, picked up this 5.3 liter Vortec badge. Obviously there is a million different badges for every single vehicle out there. That's definitely a good one as well. So next up on the list is going to be LED lights. You can get a lot of these for very affordable. Obviously there is a lot on your trucks. Start with maybe your fog lights, then get headlights, then get your reverse lights, on and on and on. But look at that. That looks so incredibly good. Obviously, the pure white over the standard halogen is a major upgrade, but you're also going to be able to see a lot better. So this is another one of my favorites for sure. Very similar to the LED bulb upgrade. Next on the list is going to be headlight replacement. As you can tell by all of them, except for Shorty, I love a good clear headlight, and Shorty's getting them very, very soon. Now, I will admit, they're not all created equal. Some will not last nearly as long as others, but if you read the reviews, get a good brand, they should last you for a couple years, and that is a major, major upgrade for around 100 bucks. Next on the list, we're going to focus in on Betty, because if you want to add a little aggression to your wheels, you can pick up a set of spiked lug nuts, chrome or black, and it will really change the entire attitude. I've had these things on for over a year, and they literally look brand new, straight off of Amazon. Now, very similar to that, you could also pick up a nice set of valve stem caps. These are custom Nitto ones, but they make spike ones, colored ones, all kind of them, and they're cheap as well. Now let's go ahead and touch on performance/maintenance. So if you have a stock truck, it's never a bad idea to add a drop-in air filter. K&N or some other brands, they make a high-flow direct replacement air filter that slips straight into your original air box. It can give you a little bit of performance and increase your MPG. And that way you know your truck's breathing good. Now, staying on the maintenance side of things, this is something that can get very, very pricey, but there's also some really good affordable options, that being shock replacement. If your truck is riding like garbage, there's a good chance it's probably your clapped out shocks. So even if you can't wing all four, replacing either the front or the rear can make a big, big improvement. And just like on Betty, we got rough country shocks on the rear of it. No issues whatsoever. Larry, I ran rough country shocks on it for a long time. No issues. So you can either go with an OEM style or like that, rough country. It's a great option for around that 100 bucks. Now, staying with the suspension theme, the next on the list is going to be drop shackles. For around that $40 to $60 mark, you can pick up a set of 1 to 3 inch drop shackles and completely change the look of your truck. Whether you want to put a little lean on it, maybe you want to lower it like Shorty over there. Either way, drop shackles are an easy and simple way to lower the rear of your truck for a very affordable cost. Next on the list is definitely one of my favorites as well, that being a Shorty antenna. I absolutely love taking off the factory fishing pole and slapping on a Shorty. It makes the world of a difference. Only downside is if you constantly listen to the radio, you might not get as good a reception, but as far as looks go, man, it makes the world of a difference. Absolutely love it. Contrary to some of the comments I read, next on the list is going to be one of my favorite things that I've done to chomper, that being the grill insert. I absolutely love it. They make a million different options, whether it be chrome, black, bar, honeycomb, have a badge, no badge. They make a million different options. They're usually really affordable, and they completely change the front of the truck. I don't care what anybody says, I love a good grill insert. Now, next on the list, I don't currently have on one of these trucks, but I actually do have one lined up to install, that being wheel well liners. Typically, these trucks do not come with rear wheel well liners. You can actually see the body color of the truck. We'll go over here and see it on the Duramax. It just doesn't look that great. So picking up a nice set of wheel well liners to throw in the back cleans it up a ton. makes it look a lot better, and obviously protects the underside of your bed. So that's definitely one that's around that $100 mark as well. Well, unfortunately my phone died and it's starting to get dark, so we got the old trusty GoPro. Hopefully it can get the job done. But up next is going to be something we have on Shorty and the Duramax, that being rain guards, which I actually find very, very useful. I'm typically sitting in my truck editing a video, eating lunch, just chilling on my lunch break, right? But I don't like leaving my trucks running, so I'll shut them off, sit in the truck. Don't always love to have my windows all the way down, or if it's raining, you can't, right? Well, go ahead and crack your windows, enjoy your day, and not have to worry about getting the inside of your truck wet. So I know rain guards are not for everybody, but on a certain truck, I think they'll look really, really good. Up next on the list can be a little bit tricky to find, but it looks really good when you get the right one, that being bed rail caps. We've replaced the ones here on Chomper. Absolutely love the way they look. I need to replace the ones here on the Duramax because these are not my favorite. They're kind of grainy looking and they're starting to peel up. And then over here with Shorty, it actually doesn't have any from the factory, so we're going to be putting some on here, hoping to find some nice, clean, smooth ones without the holes. I think that would be a nice addition, tie in well to our tailgate cap. So yeah, bed rail caps. Find one that look good, fit good, you're gonna love them. Next on the list is definitely a nice upgrade if your truck didn't come with one, or maybe it's just worn out, that being hood struts, as well as tailgate struts. So all your modern trucks, when you open the tailgate, they very softly fold out, right? Well, on these older babies, you open that tailgate and that sucker is slamming. But for very cheap, you can add a shock back there, which will allow it to just nice, soft open, which is really, really nice. Up next, we're going to check out Chomper and Larry, because if you don't mind working on your truck and you got about 50 bucks or so, you can buy the materials to replace your headliner. We recently did it in here with obviously a camouflage material, which I think looks amazing. Drop a comment, let me know how you feel about it. Over here with Larry, we did the exact same thing, except for we did a black suede, which I think turned out awesome. Looks good, feels good. Like I said, for about 50 bucks, you can buy all the materials you need. It's definitely a time-consuming process, but if you do it right, take your time, it'll look freaking sweet. Next on the list is definitely on the cheaper side, that being a steering wheel cover, which I guess it would make sense if I put this in there, Chomper, match the headliner. But I've always really enjoyed a good steering wheel cover, especially on a truck like this, which has, in my opinion, a garbage steering wheel. So anything you do to cover this thing up is a good thing. So what, 20 bucks, you can get you a nice steering wheel cover, whatever design you want, whether it's a fluffy one, a camo one, a grippy one, I don't even know. They're cheap, they're nice, you touch the steering wheel every time you drive. Treat yourself. Next mod on the list came factory in Betty and Shorty, but not the rest. But I have added it because, in my opinion, there's nothing more frustrating than cutting the radio on and hearing nothing but commercials. So I have added the auxiliary cord right there. So through our factory radio, we can actually listen to Pandora, Spotify, anything on our phone, right? I absolutely love it. And like I said, it's definitely a must-do on this list. Now, if you or the person that you're buying the gift for has a AFM equipped vehicle, this bad boy right here can take care of that. It's on Amazon. Disable AFM, not a bad option. Well, I finally got my phone to turn back on. Hopefully that GoPro footage turned out all right. Unfortunately, we are about out of daylight, so we got to end this video off. But I think we came up with a ton of really awesome modifications for about 100 bucks or less. But definitely comment down below if any that I might have missed. Now, if you want to buy something for a car or truck enthusiast, but not necessarily a part, it's never a bad idea to buy them some nice cleaning supplies. Maybe don't fall into the whole Walmart gimmicky cleaning bucket thing that they have going on, because there's a chance your person that's getting that gift might not love it. I also would recommend, it's never a bad idea to ask the person, hey, would you like this? I know it would not ruin the gift for me if my mom or sister or somebody came up and said, hey, I'm thinking about getting you this for your truck. Would you like it? Honestly, I'd rather be like, no, let's don't do that. Let's do something else. Then get it and not use it, right? So that's just me personally. Maybe it would ruin it for some people. Either way, that's my list. Hope you enjoyed. Be sure to subscribe. I'll see you all in the next one.